what's going on, guys? I'm here to talk to you guys about mental strength. So, as we know in all sports, it's very physical, but also mentally, it's very taxing. And I think some of the best athletes in the world out there, not only are they physically talented and they can trust that talent, but also on the mental side, they find a way to lock in, they dial in, they find their best self under pressure, and they're able to sustain that level for a very long time. And I think they do that through focus and focusing on one thing they have control of, which is their self. But I think, there's going to be peaks and valleys out there. There's going to be certain times where, variables play a part, whether it's conditions or it's fans chirping at you. Maybe it's your opponent. Maybe you don't like the draw that got put out for you. But I think something that you have to realize is that you got to focus on yourself and yourself only. And some of the best athletes in the world have a very quick reset method. So find some different things that allow you to really lock in. And me growing up as a wrestler, me having a dad as a wrestling coach, me being the youngest of 7, something that was installed in me at a very young age was being tough, not showing any emotion, that kill or be killed, type combat sport mentality. And I truly think that, understanding that at a young age, having that as a young age, and having that installed in me, through my dad, really has carried over to so many different aspects of my life, whether it's me as an athlete, me as a dad, me as a coach. And I also believe that from a talent standpoint, I'm probably like a top 15 or top 20 talent on the pickleball court. But something that makes me great, something that's allowed me to be in the top 5 for the last 8 years, and something that has allowed me to be number 1 in the world in both singles and doubles, is my mentality and is my ability to really find my best self mentally under pressure and be able to sustain my level for a very long time. It's one thing to be mentally tough and to play well for the first couple of matches. It's something totally different to ride that thing out all day long and to be able to bring your best stuff late in the day when you've played match after match and you're dead tired. Think about some keywords that can resonate for you. A couple things that I focus on is focus. Focus is a keyword. Building myself up, telling myself, why not me? I'm deserving, I'm rewarding. Why can't I win this match? I'm working hard. I'm doing everything right. I think a big part of my mental strength is my preparation, and preparation through when I'm not on the pickleball court and I'm at home training. I'm making sure that I'm doing everything right by getting up early, taking my supplements, having the right nutrition, seeing the right trainer, going to yoga, practicing the right way. And I personally feel like, if I can line up all my ducks in a row, do things the right way, preparation-wise, nothing can get to me under pressure. Also, I think, let's talk about the mental strength under pressure. Keeping your memory bank, days that you've played well in practice, or days that you were seeing the ball like the size of a watermelon, or days in practice where you felt like the court was like the size of a football field. You got to ask yourself, why were you playing that well? Was it temperament? Was it focus? Were you playing loose and relaxed? My best self under pressure is when I am not too tough on myself. I'm enjoying my craft. I'm enjoying the process. I feel like there's so many people that tend to beat themselves down during the process versus truly enjoy it. If you're beating yourself down in practice, if you're verbally beating yourself down in preparation, what do you think is going to happen come match time? If there's no belief in practice, there's no way in hell there's going to be belief come match time. And I truly stand by that. The only way you can find the best version of yourself is by kind of building that up by finding your best self under pressure, or during practice when there's no pressure. And then the next category would be practicing under pressure. Maybe it's match play, maybe it's situational play, but be able to conquer those 2 steps. Conquer finding your best version of yourself mentally in practice under no pressure, and then also in practice with pressure. If you can manage those 2 things come match time, it's going to feel comfortable. You're going to know what that feeling is like. Pressure can be your best friend. It can also be your worst nightmare. But know that if you haven't massaged that idea in practice, there's no way in hell it's going to happen come match time. Sink or swim, kill or be killed. some of the best athletes in the world have a very quick reset method. They know their temperament. They know their best self mentally under pressure. And at the end of the day, there is no score clock in pickleball. Fight like there's no tomorrow. Because I can't tell you how many times I've climbed back in matches when I was down. Maybe it's a gain to 15. I'm down, 110, 111. But if I can focus on myself, if I could focus on the task at hand, if I can focus on one point at a time, if I can see some light at the end of the tunnel and not overcompensate, you can find yourself coming back in those matches. And I think if there's something I've been able to conquer, it's not about how I start, it's about how I finish. And I can't tell you, maybe it's not a good thing, but I tend to come back in a lot of matches when I'm down, and I've been very successful doing that. I'm not telling you to do that. You should always start out by you finding your best self. But just know that players that are known to come back in matches usually mentally are locked in. They're super tough, and they have full belief.